All right. Well, we should get started. When last we left off, all of you had been invited to a party from one Lady Eschatel. A bit wary, you decided to decline up until it was revealed that she possessed. I hate myself. Adebra Gwyn. I had to scroll up. Upon revealing this information, you decided to attend the party, acquiring fineries and other such items on the next day to attend the party. Upon arriving to the party, it is revealed that this party is the same party that you heard about Lady Haskell Kench attending. Full of supernatural big shots, let's say. Members of the Ancili Court, a member of the Circle of Eight, and a couple of vampires to boot. And, of course, Lady Haskell Kench herself. You have mingled a little bit, waiting for all of the guests to arrive, Kench being the last. And so, what do you do? Oh, excuse me, sir.
I was just going to talk to him.
Oh, you were? Oh. Oh.
I just realized that I'm dehydrated and I cannot do any sort of voice right now.
Oh, well,
Excuse me.
I can get you a drink, sir.
Yeah, give me another champagne.
Certainly. Oh, oh, oh. So, how is the little imp doing?
Where's my friend?
He's at home with father. I have to say, you're looking better than when I last saw you. When I last saw you, your group was on its last legs, looking to pass out. I guess you survived and kept going.
Yeah, we tend to do that.
That's good. I would have been disappointed if you had all died.
That's how I'm gonna need to stop myself.
I take it the rest of your friends are here.
You owe me one of my friends. But yeah, the rest of us are here.
Trust me, little imp. He wasn't your friend.
That's not what my contract said.
Some things are beyond you and your devil contracts.
Shobu's run out of things to say, so he's just glaring from 3 feet.
Presumably the rest of us
Oh, for
have
sure.
heard this. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I think we should probably...
And the butler did announce her presence very loudly.
Yeah, let's go.
Fucking Wolfram, I'll get out of my damn way. There you go, Wolfram. You don't want none of this.
Ah, there you are. Although I do believe there are 2 of you not here. Where's your,
One of us has trouble walking sometimes. Give him a second.
Oh? Walking? Now that's interesting. We don't usually let our mocks walk.
Veritas with this cane he walks as he is holding back a very angry face.
Oh. How interesting. Tell me, why do you let it just roam around?
Him? Thank you. And it's interesting to see. I thought that this meeting was only for very powerful people. Good to see that I was incorrect. But as for him,
The smile
he thought it was
vanishes for a
one
second.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was just saying the smile on her face vanishes for a second. A brief annoyance crosses her
Got
face.
her.
Speaking of which, where is your other friend? I would like to chat with her.
By the way, does she have, Hermock with her?
You don't see an enormous scythe.
Any visible weapons at all?
Roll a perception check.
I feel like we're like weapon height on her, so can we get advantage for staring at her belt?
I mean, I'll take it.
No.
Veritas says, "My sister has better things to do."
Sister. Very well. Well, I suppose we all are here for a reason. I know Eschatel wouldn't invite all of you unless she had some use for you. And I do look forward to seeing you play this game. However you do. And don't worry,
Same to you.
I'll be there when you mess up. She will walk on by all of you.
Just a stare, like staring,
Gives
give her a
you
bit of a glare.
gives you a bit of a smile, then looks to Eschatel, gives her a nod, just like, Eschatel? Then goes and plops a seat. You have something else to say, Imp?
Nobody's just glaring. And he has decided that this is his seat.
Oh.
By the way, when you had the tokens overlaid, like when they were side to side, the names, it looked like Chilbu Heskel Kench, like a full name.
Plot reveal.
Ah,
Oh no. Eve kind of sidles up to Veritas and like tugs on his sleeve. And if he looks down, she will like tap the side of her temple.
you hear in your head, what is it?
I've thought of a plan. It's potentially risky. but it could get Kench killed. If we can piss her off enough for her to attack one of us here, the Unseelie Court might take her down for us. Maybe spread the word.
A slight kind of almost like that that stern like face that Veritas has kind of gets a little bit of a smirk as he then relates that to Chilbu and relays that to Bosch. What do you say? How about we piss the bad lady off? And he says it separately to each one of you.
Seems not really in the spirit of what's going on, but we're kind of outnumbered and a bunch of really powerful people can pull it off. Guess.
Veritas will take a seat next to Chilbu.
Eve will slide into the chair directly across from Kench.
No, directing this to Lady Kench. With respect to all of the, I guess, undead people here, funny you choose to talk about Veritas that way. And, lots of people would call you a thing, not a person.
They usually don't call me that for very long.
And Veritas pipes up. How long?
Oh, it depends.
This needs to go in front of the dryer.
Sometimes I go straight for the throat, and other times I don't. Vesper, you prefer delimbing them beforehand, don't you? It is a pastime in Thay for those who would slander their elders.
You going to her for help for? You don't need her. We right here.
Well, you speak of my undead nature, and yet you are surrounded by undead.
Judge people by what they are. It's your actions that make me see you
As you have
as
no
trash,
place to.
as an it.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, speaking of the Fae, she gives like a smile and a nod towards Vespera before looking back at Kench. How was your little extraplanar field trip? That must have been very interesting. Where exactly did you wind up getting dropped?
Oh, I'm sure that you and Mock, we're laughing it up, as she banished me to the astral plane. But luckily I have a few tricks of my own.
Yes, I was admittedly impressed that you made it back on your own so quickly. Being, as you are, not terribly magically inclined, gotta say, it must be very unpleasant to be so at mercy of the forces of this world. I can understand why you'd be a little jealous of people like Solly who have that power at their fingertips naturally. Oh, she says hi, by the way.
Did just show you that there are good heavy duty.
We'll see how long you're cheerful of them before they burn down your village or house or whatever.
Village, that's cute. Don't know much about any of us, do ya?
I'm afraid I don't care to.
It's probably better for you that way.
How much easier thinking that we're things. Makes it easy to torture and break them. Isn't that right? Looking over to Heskel.
That would be an accurate statement. And I'm merely reflecting the same vision that your... what do you call them? Your father shares?
I started to grow apart from my parents. Things need to change.
Well, then maybe you'd like to join us over in Silver Rock. I'm sure we'd find someone for you to partner with. Of course, we'd have to do something about that pesky little personality of yours, but that won't take long.
I don't think that this will go as easy as you think it will.
Heading to Mexico, huh? Yep. Visit Gandalf.
You're right. Probably even easier. Oh my, it seems like most people are in here. It was kind of lonely back over there. Very quiet. And Nifidora will start chatting up with Tia. Vespra will speak up. So, I take it that you are like the most of the general populace and aren't really a fan of the undead.
Who's she talking to?
Just kind of all of you in general.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to respond can.
I mean, it's more kind of actions and not who you are, where maybe being judgmental. I don't really know you, but you probably...
Well,
what people have said around here, probably you're not that nice of a person. Like I say, I don't know you.
I'll have you know that I actually have quite a respectable position in Thay. I am the Archmage of the university there.
Oh. I'm not really sure what that means, but sounds impressive.
I am a powerful sorceress.
Ooh,
Eve kind of glances at Kench at that, with her eyebrows going up. Hmm. Have you two met before? Do you two get along very well?
About as well as can be. She's not welcome in my neck of the woods, and I am not welcome in hers. Our courts really don't see eye to eye on how to go about things. But we're here on neutral business, so we will remain as such. Right, Vespera?
Like her. Sounds like she has her own power. Doesn't have to rely on her daddy or her slaves, like some other people.
I don't rely on them. I use them. They are tools for me to use. Just as you use a sword or a gauntlet or armor.
Quite a distinction.
Did your daddy know you call him a tool?
My relationship with my father is of no concern to you.
Family seems like a complicated business in your line. If you're having to kidnap your own brother, apparently, is anything to go by.
Well, when he forgets who he is, he needs to be reminded, by any means. His work is too important to stop.
His work.
Yes, he was on a very important assignment before whatever it is that caused him to be like he is.
And how's he doing? Remembering everything okay?
Whatever.
Or are you having trouble with that too?
Upon further evaluation, we determined that whatever has been done to him is far more powerful than any of you can muster. So, I don't think you did anything anymore, but still not convinced you're not involved somehow.
So when you say it's too powerful for us to imagine, what you mean is it's too powerful for anything you can handle. Interesting. I find it interesting that you still suspect that it has to do with us. I take that as a compliment.
He was with you the whole time, and seemed to think of you as allies. You would normally not think so.
And Veritas looking over at Kench says, well, Virgil did. He was quite the friend to me. I must say, though, rescuing him is high up on our list.
Bold of you to say such a thing. But rest easy. Your Virgil is not there. He never existed. There is only Lord Nathaniel Kench.
I mean, what is the deal with, you just remembered being a guard. But, like, does your dad just pick up random people and make them his kids?
That would explain a lot. Looking at Haskell.
No. We are of blood. Same mother and father.
Nathaniel, too?
Yes.
Huh. What does he think he's a town guard?
I don't know.
Huh.
We are working out the problem. It won't be long, I assure you. And then you'll get to know the real Nathaniel.
I mean, maybe if you approached friendly way and just kind of offered to help him remember, it would have been a lot easier than kidnapping him and throwing him into prison. I mean, even if he is your brother.
She kind of looks at you. I didn't say anything about throwing him in prison.
Well, where do you put people you kidnap?
He is my brother. He is an honored guest. We are rehabilitating him.
That's a nice way to put it.
I need persuasion checks from Bosch.
Okay.
I was not fucking with that. I was not fucking with that.
Ooh!
I have plenty.
Hell yeah!
I like storms, but when it comes to lightning or outside,
Interesting. But anyway, I hear a rumor that a dragon was slain, and that it was you lot. Find that surprising.
I mean, considering your past experiences with us, maybe you shouldn't.
I handled all of you just fine. Your mock.
I must say, though, if we did continue, there was a good chance he could have died there.
I assure you, you had no chance.
How confident does she seem?
Roll an insight check.
Shit.
Hard to tell.
You know,
There's certainly
if my
grit in her
sis-
voice.
You know, if my sister wanted to, you could have died there, then and there. But she just banished you, because you weren't worth the time.
Roll a charisma check.
Just a charisma check.
Yeah. Because
Alright.
I've yet to put instigation on your sheets.
What was that?
And Do you want me to make you worth my time? I assure you that were it not for the protection of the Unseelie courts, I just deal with you all right now and be done with this.
Yeah.
Excuse me, man.
You're also gravely mistaken if you think that it would go the same time around. And kind of like staring at her in the eyes. I would really love to show you exactly what you did to one of my brethren. I'm sure that he would like that if he were still together.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Yep,
That's
that happened.
Veritas, you feel a presence hit your mind. This grating, serrated edge. And yet you still call him father. You hear a deep, more masculine than I voice. Kind of wraps around you. Wouldn't it be better to join us? There's more than just me there. Come. Earn the title of brother. It's much better just to be able to let loose.
Do I feel compelled, or
You don't feel compelled. It's just he breached your mind to speak to you. And you get the feeling like he could psychically hurt you right now if he really wants to.
Veritas, he closes his eyes and he says, "Oh, I see. There's true sadness here. And I see that a better life needs to be made. And I am sorry for what you have become.
I have become more. As the presence leaves your mind, you feel it scrape against you. You take 10 points of psychic damage reduced to 5.
with a arm on the table as he kind of holds his head on one arm for a little bit, then gets back into a proper sitting position. Something really needs to change.
If I might have the ladies and gentlemen's attention, we will now be starting to serve our dinner, our meal, as it were. And do not worry, I know some of you are still breathing. We have accounted for that. And you, of course, will be served how you need to be. He comes around the table. Excuse me, and sets a glass of champagne down in front of you, Chilo. Your champagne, sir.
Chief.
My pleasure. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
Was there any visible sign that Veritas had been hurt?
Yeah, DM, let me ask you this. A, was this motherfucker creepily talking to himself? Or B, did he just stop, glaze out in the middle of a conversation with Kench?
Did you hold all that conversation internally, Veritas? You do have practice.
I do have practice, and he would have.
Did you keep up the external conversation while you did it, or did you just stop, glaze over, and hold an internal conversation for a while?
I glazed over.
Kench
Insight?
smiles. I guess you can.
I was gonna notice.
It sounds like we're going to be served shortly. We should probably take our seats.
Of course.
Fish test, it's there. Maybe don't sit here. Here, sit here. Yeah, good. Not gonna go there. Which, interesting enough, that does do that.
Oh, hi.
Hello. Please do refrain from upsetting Kench. She has a temper.
Eve raises one eyebrow and just says, I gathered.
Hey, Wolfie, you want my seat?
Wolfram doesn't eat anything.
I mean, that doesn't mean he doesn't want to sit down.
Wolfram will stand. But
Alright.
he'll stand closer to you if you want. Keep you nice and safe from mean old lady Kench.
Chobu will back away, and in doing so, knock over his champagne glass. Hopefully in the direction of Lady Kench.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Oh,
This is amazing.
don't fail me now. It's not terrible.
Alright. That means That's enough where it will go in her direction. Because if you rolled really bad, there's a chance you could go towards the Vespra or the stool.
Oh no.
No.
But now, I need to see if she notices.
And sure.
Kench, yeah. Oh no, you're not fooling Vespra. But Kench, on the other hand, you are a lucky person. Watch where you're going. Imp. And she will do you blotch champagne?
Probably.
Probably. She probably blotches. Tentatively, because I don't drink champagne.
I'm guessing when you spill, a lot harder to clean up.
Yeah, that's not coming out without modern day cleansers or some prestidigitation, which this non-magical bitch probably does not have.
This non-magical bitch does not have prestidigitation.
Don't worry.
But
But
you do see the champagne kind of fade away, not staining.
on her?
On her, yes.
God damn it. Chobu prestidigitates the rest of it away.
Well, at least you can clean up after yourself.
Chobu winks.
Wolfram will go. Ha. 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 Yes,
The boy?
Yes, Wolfram, that was funny.
I like them.
Good to see somebody's having fun.
Aren't we just the most adorable little monsters?
No. It's great.
So, some moments pass. Is there anyone in particular you would like to talk to before they start serving? Or while serving?
Veritas will maybe try to chat up again with Nifidora
All right.
while they're serving the food.
Anything in particular you want to glean, or?
He's not trying to glean anything, but I guess he would say, you know, I was thinking about the whole people thing. I know my race has a bad reputation, but I do want to change that.
That's good to hear. Although it wouldn't be the first time I've heard it. But you seem sincere, I think. I haven't encountered your kind much. I'm still trying to read it. Read you, sorry.
Oh, don't apologize. I wonder if I'm doing the right thing, or if I'm just creating more problems, but I do want to try to change things. I'm glad I could talk to you about this. You seem like the easiest one to talk to. No offense, of course.
Oh, thank you. I'm told I take after my father in that regard. Although I hear that your father is not very nice.
No. He was trying to butcher some townsfolk that we were trying to save from the dragon. After the banquet, he was summoning the twisted versions of my kind, trying to do, you know. We stopped it and there was no casualties, but don't know where he's gonna strike next.
Vespera pipes up. He did what? You said he summoned more of you?
And turning over to Vespera, more of me, not exactly. There are definitely more feral.
But how was he interacting?
I am not the most intelligent myself, but apparently found some way, which is not great.
Eschatel will pipe up. It is part of the conversation we'll be having, Vespera. Just hold off until we've ate.
Does Vespera seem angry or...
Roll an insight check on the corpse.
Oh boy, yeah, we've all been doing great with those today.
Beautiful corpse, though, right?
The most beautiful of corpses, yes.
Oh my god! Yep, that looks like a corpse to me.
The best you can tell is that she is interested in the subject. Like, very much interested.
Mm-hmm.
As for what kind of interest, it's hard to tell. You know, part of her face is falling off.
Yeah, that's fair. Ooh, don't like that.
But yes. Food is served. It is, there's a various assortment of platters. And you would expect a foul aroma coming from the food offered to the undead, but they are actually offered regular food. Even Vespera is offered a like some cutlets. This is the weakness I have. I have a hard time describing fancy food.
It looks like a pork chop?
I don't know. It's like, you know, how fancy people have
all
like
good, bro,
have,
man.
like
We all
smaller
broke.
portions.
We're all making it
Yeah.
up. Let's do it.
Yeah.
It is a fancy dinner placed before you. It looks normal. That's it.
The largest plates ever, the smallest piece of meat in the middle, some drizzle,
Correct. Correct.
Some herbs.
little garnish.
Mm-hmm.
unidentifiable sauces drizzled on him.
All
And-
with a big silver cover that opens up.
Yes, very stereotypical. Do any of you partake?
What?
Hell yeah, Childu's eating.
All right.
I
mean,
mean, is that a
we're-
question for Veritas?
All right, Veritas partakes. I'm just checking because these are vampires offering you food.
Yeah.
Um,
At the
boy,
same
Chief
time,
knows
we're
better.
under protection now.
Correct.
Yeah.
Theory.
Correct.
Chief knows I'm coming for those kneecaps if this is bad.
But Colin, you know how that protection works.
Yeah.
But interpret
Eve?
how you wish.
Eve glances at Nistul. Is she eating anything? What is she doing?
She does not actually have any food in front of her. She just has a drink that she occasionally sips from. You watch as the edge of the glass just kind of disappears into the darkness.
Huh.
How about the Fae? They consuming any food?
Nifidora is trying it. And Grey Malkin is also eating. Yes, they're both eating the food.
I would say Bosch doesn't know to be cautious, so he's eating too.
All right.
You can see that Veritas he's taking a minute to process using utensils.
Just engulfing his food.
There was the urge to reach out and just grab it, but seeing as everyone else has these tools, these objects in front, he feels compelled to pick them up as well.
All right. Veritas uses utensils for the first time. Tia, seeing Bosch partake in food, will follow suit.
Eve was going to be cautious, but looks around at all of her friends eating, and is just like,
Could
shrug.
be the one who saves us.
The one who saves or the one who damns, you don't know.
Oh god.
I
Well-
mean,
Mm-hmm.
either way, no matter what, all these people are very scary, and there's nothing we can do. So, might as well
Yeah.
have a good time.
Fair enough.
One
And
of us
Eve
has
wouldn't-
already been attacked.
Yeah! Yeah! Which was our whole aim, but, you know. Would have been nice if it was visible. Eve will partake so as to not appear rude to their host.
All right. It is the most delicious bite you've ever had. Because damn, it's small. But it is
That's-
good, and you enjoy it.
That's sketchy.
I'll be scraping the sauce with this fork. Trying to get the reminiscence of the delicious food.
Eve remembers something and glances in alarm at the people from the Feywild eating this food and not seeming affected or unimpressed.
I would say roll an insight for them.
Ah, okay.
It's
I think they.
it's a social encounter. We're not rolling to hit.
Yeah.
We're rolling
Oh my-
insights.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't understand. What is wrong?
And thank God it's not combat, because oh boy,
Yeah.
we would be in trouble.
We'd be dead.
The last time, didn't they get asked directly about eating food here and
They
said
did.
that it was fine for them?
They did, in fact, say that.
Oh, okay.
Though that was a conversation with Veritas, and I believe Eve had left the room at that point.
Yeah, she had.
I'd
Well,
s-
too late now either way.
I'll give you that Mary, that Grey Malkin, I mean, looks unimpressed but is eating to eat, and Nymphadora is curious. It's a harmless check.
Fair enough. Do not pity me.
Quality over quantity. Interesting.
Nymphadora will pipe up. I think it's so that they can maintain a slimmer form, although they're undead, so I don't think it actually matters. Probably for appearances.
Normally for us, we want to gain as much weight as physically possible.
Are you overhearing this nonsense of a conversation?
Yeah, sure. There probably isn't a whole lot of crosstalk right now.
Jobu leans over a little bit. Yo, Miss Kent, you know you could probably eat more than that. Getting fatter is not gonna make you any uglier.
Eve snorts champagne out her nose.
As she grips the fork she is holding her food in, it bends. I don't need your advice on how to look. Most of your kind is rather repulsive anyway.
Jobu smiles.
Eschatel speaks up. All right. Now that we have eaten and gathered, it is time to discuss what we are all here for.
Damn, only one course on this fancy-ass meeting?
There will, of course, be dessert later. After. But we should start conversating about recent events and what we need to do. Recently, it has been spotted that the old enemy, Stilhavity, was spotted in Phandalin, and more so, was summoning more of his kind, seemingly dropping bits of blood onto a stage. It is concerning, considering that he should be sealed away in the far realm. And yet, here he was, not but 2 days' travel away from here in Neverwinter, causing chaos. This is alarming. More so, Harper agents in the city have begun to disappear. And I am unsure if the two are unrelated. With Stilhavity back in the picture, he is likely moving to whatever his goals are. We can't allow this, so I propose that we hire these adventurers here to investigate the recent happenings in the city to determine whether or not they're connected to Stilhavity or not. Do you know how? any of you know how he interacted with the physical? Just kind of looking around at you.
Eve will speak up.
Well, he seems a very boastful sort. So he was talking quite a bit. He mentioned that he's not fully here yet. So there is that, at least.
Yeah, we couldn't hit him. It was just his blood.
Right, but how did he bleed? Were he to cut himself, it should have just vanished into ethereal.
Aesthetically. Just go with me on this one. If he had a knife imbued with the soul of a dragon, would that make a difference?
Soul of a dragon.
Yes, he was talking about souls in his little bragging session.
If he did cut himself... No, there's something still missing. Because he shouldn't have been able to touch the knife. This is troublesome. Can you tell me about the knife?
Shelby looks to Miss Eve, wondering if he's in trouble.
Eve is kind of like looking back and forth between him and Vespera with like a slightly worried expression.
I'm not terribly sure that I noticed anything different about it. I mean, I didn't get a close look or anything, but it seemed like a knife. And he mentioned the dragon soul.
And where did the knife come from?
He did not mention how it was made or forged or anything.
Troubling.
Maybe for context, we could back up a little bit. Some of us are still catching up. He was locked up in the far realm.
Yes.
How and why?
He was imprisoned there by the gods of Olympus. As for why, I don't really know. No one does. At least none of us. Unless, Nastool, you're willing to share your knowledge on the matter. Nastool stays quiet. Thought not.
How are we supposed to investigate it? Ain't nobody gonna tell us nothing.
You are to investigate the disappearances of the Harpers to determine if it is connected.
It might be to our benefit if we were given some additional information to help us identify the signature of this Stillhavity. What is the worst case scenario here? What happens if he manages to come back?
If he comes back, I don't know. But he was locked up by gods of Olympus. So whatever he has done, or wants to do, it can't be good for any of us.
Agreed on that, definitely.
Moreover, we've been dealing with the occasional mock over the years. That's more or less been the calling card of his involvement. It's actually why I invited all of you. I wanted to see if your mock was different than the ones we had encountered previously, and so far,
You see Veritas is taking a very enjoyable sip
yes.
of a drink.
Yes. Thank you, Nymphadora, for confirming that. Yes, ma'am.
So how is he different from the others? We haven't met a whole lot of monks.
We have so far met only two kinds of monks. Those that are broken by the experiences that they've had, or those that follow his orders dutifully and without caution. We have yet to meet any of them that seem to have their wherewithal, that also seem to actively move against him. My witness spoke of you acting against Stillhavity at the fair. The party here was to see if you had your wherewithal, which you do seem to.
What was that?
I believe you, Veritas, might be able to find more of your kind faster than any of my people, given your connection.
I mean, I already sensed the broken one that Lady Kench brought in tonight.
Precisely my point. The only other one of us that could detect one of your kind so quickly would be Miss Vespera here, but I don't think the citizens of Neverwinter will act kindly to a walking corpse. As well as she is far too important to be just put out there like that. We don't know how dangerous it is.
Fine, pay up. And Chobu sticks his hand out to Lady Kench.
Your payment will arrive after. The safe return of one Adabra Gwyn.
So we're clear, what we're supposed to be doing is finding out if the Harper's disappearing is related to Stillhavity.
Yes.
That's the job.
That is the job. If it is not related, however, I would still like you to bring any information to me. I would like to know who is dogging on my territory.
Now, forgive me, my lady, but this does not entirely answer the question that I'd asked before.
Oh?
If this is our task, why use Miss Adabra Gwyn as our incentive? Why not simply hire us by conventional means? Why did you think that we would not have accepted such an offer?
Because you are adventurers. And moreover, you are... how should I put it? Self-sacrificing type.
Nobu's pretty willing to sacrifice others too. What else you got for payment?
I can offer information.
Information of what kind, exactly?
Well, I could... Now that's the problem with information. It's hard to share it without spoiling it. But I have pieces of information that concern each and every one of you.
Well, information can indeed be very valuable.
Indeed it can.
Speaking of, if we are to accept this task and investigate this matter, considering Still Havity's calling card being the presence of Mox who serve him, she looks across the table at Lady Kench. Perhaps some information could be helpful to us about how, for example, Miss Kench here came across her Mock, and Silver Rock came across the others that you've mentioned. Now, if these are servants of Still Havity according to your knowledge of them so far, why is Silver Rock in possession of so many of them?
Miss Kench, if you'd like to answer that one. Yeah, sure. We, people of Silver Rock, realize the potential of Mox. They do make powerful weapons, and with the right coercing, can be made even stronger still. But obviously there is the issue of their loyalty to Still Havity. So we break their minds, essentially turning them into the broken kind, but they're loyal. They know who's boss. And they crave destruction and flesh, which we provide.
Lovely. But that still doesn't answer my question of how you came into possession of them in the first place.
Now, I came into possession of mine or in general?
Well, I'd be interested in both personally, if I'm investigating connections with Still Havity.
To put it simply, Ezeret tried to eat me. I fought him, won, took what remained of him back home, and dominated him myself. As for the rest of the ones at Silver Rock, I unfortunately am not privy to the exact history, but my mother seems to be the one that pioneered the technique.
Interesting. I'm just curious, of course, because apparently this particular people is rare and only shows up in association with Stillhaviti's deeds. So you could understand why I find it curious that you and those of Silver Rock have somehow come across so many.
In truth, there really isn't that many that try Silver Rock. In fact, Ezra is the only one that ever attacked one of us directly. The rest of them were found using other means. Means that would take too long in this scenario, but are available should you fail. Of course, I sincerely doubt that Lord Never Ember would particularly like any of our clerics and priests trancing about his town. Would likely cause an international incident, but for the fate of the world, we'll do what we must.
As much as I hate to ask this, has she been telling the truth in this little speech?
Roll an insight.
Yes, sir. Come on, Eve. Okay, well that's slightly better.
Alright, I will roll her check. You do not detect any deception.
I see. Interesting. Well, glad to hear you somehow managed to best Ezruit in one-on-one combat. I'm sure everyone here is grateful for it.
Insight check. I'm just wondering.
Eve's lying.
I'm sure you are. Yes. They, for the most part, the White Court is mostly been the ones that have been hunting down mocks when they crop up, when we have our suspicions. But there are issues when it comes to the cities of the Sword Coast, as the Silver Rock and the country they represent is not very welcome, given their aptitude towards sorcerers, which I will never understand. But it is their driving cause. Cleanse the world of all those that would try to besmirch it.
Well, maybe I'm way off base here, but shown that at least one mock can act on his own and still be good. He's not broken or raving beast. We're looking for more. No need to exterminate them or break them. We can the people.
I don't think it's convenient enough for the people of Silver Rock, from what I'm guessing, as Veritas looks over to Lady Kinch.
You don't have to agree with me, just saying that it's something that's possible.
From what we have seen, even those that hold reservations, if given a direct order from him, will be forced to obey it.
Maybe that's just because yours don't like you very much.
I suppose that's possible.
Considering the fact that our friend Veritas has never attempted to murder any of us, even in the presence of this half-avatar of still Havity himself.
Yet.
Well, what's he been waiting for?
Don't know. In any case, any information you find would be incredibly useful.
Yeah. I mean, I figure based on we've heard about Everwinter in general, poking around where I think we're going, probably find all kinds of stuff.
Yes. And that reminds me. Eschatel, is it true that the undead are disappearing within the dead city? Yes, there have been less and less numbers. It's possible that they might be feed for any mocks. Feeding on undead flesh. That might have consequences. For the first time, Grey Malkin will pipe up. I would ask the adventurers if you have need of aid. I might be able to assist you.
We need help.
Of course, I will not do it for free, but I can lend aid.
She's got the tab. He points at Kench.
No, I'm afraid that this request is a bit more personal.
Looks like I'm more attractive than you think, Miss Kench.
Not quite that personal. Somewhere in the middle. It's really a simple request. She pulls out a deck of cards. I simply need one of you to pull a card.
7.
Does this look like an ordinary deck of cards?
You can
What
see
if
that
we-
there is some flair to them, but anything else is hard to tell from how far away you are.
What if we each pull a card?
then I would owe each of you a favor.
I'll draw a card. Says Veritas.
All
I mean,
right.
honestly, do we know to be cautious about this?
Nah, man, it's a card for a favor. Chilpu's drawing 3.
It's someone from the Feywild. That should be your first
That's
alarm
racist.
signal.
I will say that Chilbu and Bosch can roll Arcana to know whether or not it is a good idea to trust a Fae.
Sure.
Who's drawing that card?
You both you both know that accepting deals from Fae often has unforeseen consequences.
A 3? I rolled a 3.
You also have a +8. Veritas, you can also make this check with advantage as you were recently told a story of Fae.
Okay. And that is going to be a whopping
Oh.
7.
Those
He
cards
was-
are shiny.
He's also thinking, you know, it would be nice to have a favor from someone from the Feywild. But yeah, those cards are shiny. Veritas wants to pull one.
She holds the deck out. Do you do anything, Eve?
Why, may I ask, would this be a favor to you, pulling a card?
Well, it is dangerous to pull one of these cards.
Oh, it's dangerous! Is that the case?
Correct.
She looks pointedly at everyone who's thinking about drawing a card.
Veritas is like, you can see him reaching out for the card.
Veritas! did you hear that part? Did you catch that?
Miss Essetel, what do you think?
I would think I would rather you pull one of those cards outside my home.
Well, that's Eve looks concerned.
As you wish, Miss
Right.
Essetel. And she puts the cards away.
Yeah, I also
pull one later.
request before a card is pulled, deck is shuffled.
Of course. I've been shuffling it all night. And I will probably shuffle it some more. As I literally shuffle some cards in my hand.
I knew that's what I was hearing. I was like, does he have a real deck over there?
I've
It's about time for Veritas to die.
Oh no.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I got some gold foiled cards in my hand that I've been dying to use.
Oh boy. Eve glances up at Nastool. What's she doing? Does she have her head in her hands in exasperation?
I would say roll an insight check, but
No.
but you'd fail on a natural 20 because it's
Yeah.
just utter darkness. But she
Body
is
language?
Tense.
Makes sense.
There's like a 35% chance this is going to help us out.
Oh, good. I'll take those odds.
And the other 67%?
Death.
Oh.
So-
Well,
With this,
maybe.
this being a dangerous activity, isn't there some manner of accord that we are under the protection of at the moment?
If you draw it of your own accord, then you injured yourself.
That pretty much makes sense to me.
He is to draw 3 cards. That way we're 100% likely to get one that'll help.
I can draw more cards?
No, I don't know if that's, Lord.
I would not
That's how math
recommend it.
works.
I would not recommend it, but I would then owe you 3 favors.
See? More cards, more favors.
Oh,
If I drew the 3 cards, could the favors be exchanged around for some of my other friends?
Of course. Favors are currency in the Fae.
Eve doesn't know exactly what this is, so she's concerned, but she's not gonna do anything.
You don't think she knows what it is?
I don't know. Would she?
Roll an Arcana check. Or history, if you prefer. As there would be legends of this.
Makes sense. They're the same. I'll do Arcana.
It is a deck of some things. Could be many.
Eve is aware what a deck of many things is.
You are aware of a deck of many things, yes.
Realizing this. Now, mind you, I, as the player, am not entirely aware of some of the things that this can do, but I've heard bad things.
Oh no, we as players are entirely certain what it can do. We are still pulling it because our characters aren't.
Oh god.
And
I also know it's a rare thing to occur. I'm offering... Most DMs do not even offer the chance.
Yeah. Which is why we're blowing up your world.
Eve, belatedly realizing this, hops up from her chair like scrapes back on the floor, and she goes, wait! Guys? No. That's, no. She, like, storms over, and, like, physically gets between, like, Chilbu and, Mary.
What?
The shiny card.
Guys? Whatever favors are being offered here, they are not worth this risk.
What's the problem, Miss Eve?
Do you know?
I don't know for sure, but if that thing is dangerous, and that thing might be what I suspect it is, then taking our chances in unknown combat situations would be far better than taking a risk drawing one or, dear God, multiple ones of those.
If that is how you feel, then do not draw a card. But should you need assistance from myself, well, I'll be waiting.
This is a guarantee, right here. She's strong. That's what we know. A favor from her could be the difference in life or death.
Eve leans over and gets right in Chilbu's face and says,
It's a guarantee if you're not already dead from drawing the card in the first place.
Is it guaranteed to kill me?
Nothing is guaranteed. That doesn't mean it can't happen.
If I die, the favor passes on to you.
Chilbu.
It's true, actually.
Eve shoots a glare at Mary and looks back at Chilbu and says,
Your life is worth far more to me than a favor from any member of any court.
I trust you guys to bring me back eventually.
Miss Eve, I'm pretty sure Chilbu is fine with this.
Eve,
Well,
like,
just
drags
draw
me.
until we get something useful. We're not going to pull that many cards.
Not that many.
Eve drags a hand down her face and turns towards the wall and throws her hands up and says,
It's your choice. It's your choice.
With respect to the lady, I think it's also fair to ask, what do you mean by assistance? We're thinking of doing this. Assistance can mean a lot of things.
Well, I would accompany you on this mission. For one favor. For multiple favors, well, I suppose you have to use your imagination.
Blue grins.
And you would come with us.
Yes, and I would grant
That's it?
assistance. And you would be under my protection.
Thank you. I wanted to be pretty clear because I don't know that my friends all
Well,
understand this stuff.
I suppose I should actually specify. Most of you would be under my protection. I cannot go against my queen's orders, of course.
Mm.
What does
You'll be
that
there
mean?
exercise.
Who wouldn't be under your protection?
I cannot protect anyone who has been exiled from the court of Fae.
We're fine then.
Yeah,
Right?
is that any of us? That's none of us, right?
I haven't been to the Feywild.
Yeah, it's still there. We know you haven't been.
She just looks at Bosch.
All heads slowly turn.
You don't remember, do you?
I guess not.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I'm also not allowed to discuss any sentencings that my queen has delivered.
Of course. And we're wasting time here. What else do we have to figure out?
Yes, it would be good for you to get started right away. Of course, if you want to see Miss Gwyn, you may, of course, do so. I will have... Okay, I need my player's help here. Did I give you a name for the butler?
You did.
Crap. I forgot it.
See if I wrote it down.
Did I write it down?
I mean, I just marked him for death immediately. I figured I wouldn't have to remember him after that moment, so no, I did not write it down.
Well, I didn't write down this book.
I wrote down the tailor's name.
Yeah, I remember Taylor's name. Why can't
You write down the carpenter's name?
I do know the carpenter. I do know the carpenter's name. Yes.
We will forgive you if you change his name now.
I will instruct Barnabas to take you down to see Miss Gwyn.
That would be appreciated. Thank you.
Oh, Miss Eve, you go with Barney and Veritas, and I will go with Mary.
Eve runs a hand over her face.
All right.
Veritas will give a smile to Eve and says, We've taken big risks before in order to make it through some of the stuff we've had. I don't see a difference here.
If it was a popsicle.
Well, relying on our own strength feels a little different than relying on pure chance, but whatever you guys think you want to do, I can't stop you. Good luck.
Nifidor, will you be accompanying us as well?
Oh, yes, I will be. Well, I won't be accompanying you out into the field, but I would actually like to watch the deck getting pulled. I don't get to see that very often.
Yo, for clarity's sake, how long does this accord thing last?
The favor for assisting you?
No, the one that means we can't attack each other.
It lasts until you arrive home safely.
Alright.
So some of us get home, but other people aren't home. It's still in. That's not work.
Well, in this case, we do have people from out of town, so for them, the protection would last until they left the city limits.
But for us, it's over as soon as we get home.
That is correct.
Before we all disperse, a crazy idea. You're welcome to say no. Lady Kench,
Yeah?
we've been hitting barbs all evening. Feelings are pretty obvious here. Can't speak for my friends, but we do actually care about Virgil or Nathaniel, whatever his name is. If Nathaniel's really who he is, I'd still want to get him back to the way he want to be. I want to put this out there. If you would allow us to come and after this and help him remember who he really is, make sure that we can see that he's okay, not in some dungeon. Think about it.
Roll me a persuasion check. Do you have inspiration?
Oh.
Well, you have it now.
Okay. I have to decide to use it before rolling.
I declare that you can decide after.
Okay. Let's try it again. I don't know. I'm curious how this could go. I mean, we might all die because of you guys pulling things from the deck of many things. 14.
It is better. She looks at you, kind of squints her eyes a little bit. Maybe if you prove yourself with this job. Maybe. I'll think about it.
I don't know.
But do know this. Your, imp there? They're not exactly welcome in Silver Rock. And the best I could do is... And the best that I could possibly do is... safeguard while you were in the castle. Anywhere else? I cannot stop a citizen who sees a devil and feels their life in danger for it.
to start. Right. Let's do this.
All right.
But
Us stands up.
All right. If everyone who wanted to see Miss Gwyn would follow me.
I don't want to send Eve alone, so we'll go as well.
Where's Tia going?
Tia will definitely go with Bosch.
It's probably a good idea to stay away from whatever it is they're doing.
I guess.
With a smile, Veritas says, "See you soon, Eve."
See you soon.
She doesn't look very confident.
Sure, you guys will use the favor wisely.
Don't say it like that, buddy. We'll all make good use of it.
I'm sure Eat the Feywild will use the favor wisely. Does that sound better?
No! Don't say that here! Are you nuts?
Glances over at the Feywild residents. Oh, we were introduced as that in the first place, weren't we?
No, our
You were.
names.
Sure,
You
we're
Yeah.
It's fine.
Grandma can just smiles a little bit.
I
Nymphadora.
also feel like Veritas made it no secret that he had plans to eat the Feywild during their first conversation.
They might not consider that a threat. Is a possibility you are thinking at this point after it being said so many times.
Fair.
So, is anyone staying with Grey Malkin to pull cards?
Well, you know the deal.
Just Veritas?
And Chilbu?
So
Oh, and Chibu? Oh, I see
we
Chibu.
gotta go outside though, right?
Right. So,
I guess they'll say go outside.
so the three of you will go outside. While
Well, and Nymphadora, right? Nymphadora wants to come with us.
Oh, yes, and Nymphadora.
You know Wolfburn wants to see it. No, I'm just playing.
Yes, I know. Look at the dead men go. Nistul will actually join you.
Worst case scenario, I die. It looks like I have some friends with the dead people.
I will attend to ensure nothing of great cataclysmic event does not risk the city at large.
This is great. This is fine.
This is all fine.
All
So you guys see if we're safe now.
y'all head outside over there, and we will get to you in a moment.
Oh no, come on. Don't leave the suspense like that.
Barnabas will lead all of you this way.
I assume Tia's following, even if Token's not following.
Yes, I tokens and all that.
It's fine.
This is
Power
the
of imagination.
in here. Oop. Sorry, there's a lot of doors in this place.
Oh.
and down these stairs. It gets notably darker.
There are a lot of locks and stuff on these doors.
On the one he just opened, there was a lock that he used a key to open. And let me... Yeah, I know it's pretty cramped. I'm grabbing your tokens, and we'll be...
It's our chance. We have Barnabas surrounded.
Oh god.
It's true.
They'll never expect it.
And Eve was worried about the other party members.
It's true. Oh, I need to grab Tia as well. Tia. Come here.
I mean, if we think we can get away, it's not a bad plan to try to bust out Adabra.
Potentially.
Just run away.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, but how are we gonna get away from them? And also, we have the Insuli Court thing on us.
You are led down the stairs into what looks like a small prison area. And in one of the cells...
It is jet black.
Son of a... Boop, boop. How about now?
Let me refresh.
Wait.
Okay.
The lighting's a little different, because I think... Yeah, I know what's up.
Oh, I mean, Eve can't see anyway. It's
Yeah.
not like she has her goggles on.
Yeah, it's dark. That's the issue.
I am surrounded by darkness, but that's fine. I'm not there.
Yes. Unfortunately, some of you are not on this map. Barnabas, realizing that there's a halfling with them, will pull out a candle. That do anything for you?
Yes, thank you.
Alright. And you see, in a cell in front of you, you see Adabra grin. Oh. You're here, and with them. What are you doing here?
Ah, Miss Quinn. Oh, good, you're all right.
Does she have, like, signs of being harmed, or she was wearing a blindfold last time we talked to her?
Roll a perception check.
Wow.
You notice that the only marks that you see are marks on her wrist, suggesting that she might have been tied up at one point, but currently is unbound and just kind of in this cell.
Makes sense.
Well, don't worry. We're gonna get you out of here.
Glances at the butler, glances back and says,
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. We were trying to find you first, but then these lovely individuals kinda threatened us with your life if we didn't show up. So here we are, but don't worry. We're gonna get you out.
Not with her life, her safety. There's a difference.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that distinction, sir. Well noted.
Yes. Also, do you need privacy for this conversation?
If you wouldn't mind terribly.
Oh, certainly. And he will hand you the candle.
Oh, thank you.
Well then, I'll be off. Zoop.
Does he make the sound effect?
No, he just walks by you and goes up the stairs.
Oh, that would have been great.
It would have been so much better if he did make the sound.
Posh voice. Zoop.
I mean, it's hard to see it this way from your perspective now, but this is kind of a win-win. They coerced us into investigating what's happening to the Harpers.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah. So, we're gonna do something we would have done anyway?
Alright.
Yeah, we were already working on it too. But I'm glad to see you're safe.
Yeah. Aside from the, kidnapping and tying me up and throwing me in here, it's been great. Dark as all hell.
Well, while we're here, did you have any leads? I think we were kind of just at the point of wandering through the city. It's not a good place to start.
I had a lead in the dead city. I was on my way to investigate when they grabbed me.
A specific part of the dead city, or just the dead city in general?
I'm not really sure. When I say on my way, I wasn't on my way to the dead city. I was on my way to the castle to see the records. At one of the hideouts, safe houses, there was a note referencing the Blind Candle, a tavern, I think, inside the dead city, but I need an older map to see where it is. Up-to-date maps don't have that location on there.
A blind candle. Okay. Alright, that's better than nothing. We can definitely look into that, and we'll start our search there.
They were talking about the undead in the dead city starting to go away. Think maybe there were mocks? They're eating them? Does that sound like anything about what you've heard about?
I don't... What's a mock?
Yeah,
It's complicated.
Right. So, are you here to get me out, or...?
We have been allowed down here to ensure that you are safe. These people have given us their word that they will release you as soon as we complete our investigation. Which
Eschatel give you the word?
Yes. Yes, right?
Yes.
Looks at Bosch.
Tia pop up. Yes, she did say that.
Yes. Yes, she did.
Well, if she gave her word... I guess. I can wait.
I know, I'm sorry. I don't like leaving you in here either. But to be perfectly honest, I don't think we'd have a snowball's chance in the hells of getting you out without their permission, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably not. Although it did leave you down here by yourself.
Did he, though?
Eve glances around.
and there's the whole
Roll a perception
Celia
check.
Accords thing.
Do I still have... Did I get rid of see invisibility already? I totally did, yep. Alright. Okay, alright.
Alright. You don't see anything. You do, however, hear footsteps.
Hmm?
Coming from down that way.
Hmm. in our direction?
Yes. In fact, they are rapidly approaching.
Oh god. Heads up, Eve spins in that direction. Kind of brandishes the candle and sticks one hand into her sleeve where she has concealed the penny whistle.
Alright. As you hear the footsteps rapidly approaching, let's cut back to the others.
Womp womp.
Oh, I accidentally closed my window right as that happened. That was unsettling.
Oh.
So, the 5 of you have gone outside. Nistul and the Fedora will stand off to here. And Grey Malcolm the same. So, which one of you would like to go first? As she is actively shuffling the cards in her hand.
Looking down at Chilbu.
Nah, my
Veritas
dude, you got
says-
kids and stuff, bro. Like, I got this.
How
Be
many?
real.
Pats him on the shoulder.
Nobody's gonna miss me in my going. Outside of y'all. Let me do it.
Alright. How many cards do you draw, Chilbu?
7. No. Jobu.
There's nothing I can do about that, says Nistul.
Oh god.
Peace, and just disappears.
I mean, I think Jobu thinks we need 2 favors.
You draw 2 cards.
I look over my shoulder at Veritas again. I imagine how much I really want those kids to be in the world, but I think they would be better off with the father than by themselves. Yeah, give me 2.
Alright. Well, that's Jason. Do you want me to cut it?
Hell yeah, I want you to cut it.
Alright. Cut once.
Yeah, cut once.
I mean, ideally, a neutral third party will cut it, but I'm not there.
Well,
It is.
I don't have...
DM is cutting.
I don't have a neutral party. I am the neutral party.
Yeah. And
You can't get more
That-
neutral.
yeah. And you're
get
like,
Get your
Max,
cat
you
to
literally
cut
are cutting in. Yeah, that too.
it.
Oh, am I?
I was more cautioning that in game that they're trusting that Grey Malkin has just been shuffling
Oh,
it.
I thought DM was asking me if I wanted Max to cut the cards.
I was asking you. I was asking Jason.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
no,
I-
in game, if I have the option, I don't think anyone has the option to touch it because it might cause a cataclysm.
It only happens if you there is a thing. You cannot accidentally draw a card. You have to with purpose draw a card, intentionally wanting to draw on its magic.
Okay, well, hearing some gambler's wisdom in the back of my head. Like, Nistra, can you cut those for us? Be fair.
You're asking this duel? Or
Yeah.
sure. She'll walk over. Outstretched hand. Grey Malkin hands it to her. She cuts the deck and hands it back.
You look.
Alright. The first card you draw. On this card, you see a brilliant gem. And you feel your pockets get a lot heavier. Add 1,000 gold to your pile.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm drawing all these motherfuckers. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, you have 1,000 gold now added to your inventory. Your second card. Oh. sorry.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I got a little stuck in my throat. This card, not quite as brilliant. In fact, it's hard to see what's on this card, as it appears to be this dark splotch that almost seems to suck in the light around it. You try to get a closer look, and you fall in. His second card was the Void.
Yep. For the record, Chobu doesn't fall in. Chobu just feels like he fell in.
I wonder where he went. Well, as the other member, I suppose you have 2 favors to ask on me. Would one of those favors be to accompany you and your party on this quest?
Veritas taking a moment before that. May I draw 1 card?
Certainly. Would you like me to shuffle?
Yes, I would.
Also, just to inform you of options, I do actually know where he went. So if you'd like to use one of your favors to tell you where your friend has gone, I can do that.
No rash favors yet.
Okay. So Veritas, you draw a card.
Cut the deck.
Still comes over, cuts the deck.
And before he draws, if something does happen to me, Nistil, could you give Miss Eve a message for me?
What message would you like me to deliver?
Let her know that Chilbu has vanished into one of the cards he drew. And that we have 3 favors from Mary Gray Malkin. And that I know that you would. I trust your decision with these favors. It clears his throat. Anyways. He reaches his hand forward and he draws a single card.
You draw. A scroll appears in your hand. Poof. It is a scroll of slow.
With a kind of like a... Alright.
Will that be all?
And looking at Grey Malkin, he says, "Yes, I personally only needed one favor."
I will be curious to hear what this favor is.
Well, Nifidora, was that interesting?
Yes, it was. Unfortunate for your friend, though.
Yes. He does tend to disappear and get himself transported to places. I do worry about him, but he is quite the resilient one.
Mm-hmm. I should ask, Chibu, did you sign with anyone today?
Eve has
Sign
been
with
signing
Eve
his
every day.
contract. Yeah, every morning.
He
Because I-
does.
Eve? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you send my body with me?
Oh yeah, your whole body fell in.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. You may notice it's a little different than the actual deck.
Veritas will put the
Quite a
scroll.
bit different considering the third card that was pulled.
We'll put away the scroll of slow.
Hmm? Alright.
So we didn't destroy Neverwinter.
I appreciate that.
That's a third level spell scroll.
Yes. Alright. So. We will cut back to the basement. With footsteps approaching at a rapid pace, emerging from the darkness. It's Shelby. Oh,
Oh, there you are.
we need to go.
What? Why?
We need to go. You hear more footsteps.
Oh God, what did you do? What? Miss Gwyn, we'll be back as soon as we can, okay? Oh,
As emerging from the darkness behind Shelby. I forgot to put this on the layer for a dramatic effect to emerge. As it as it emerges from the darkness, you see a zombie. Roll for initiative.
oh God! Oh, come on!
Ooh.
Oops, I didn't click my token. I'm sorry. I'll do it again and then fix it. It was not 19.
Hey, Max.
To clarify, did Shelby come with us?
Celebi was with Eve, but at some point left her belt
Mm-hmm.
and has been doing stuff.
Also, Max, incidental knowledge question. the whole, unseelie accord thing, does that only apply to guests?
That only applies to those who are invited, yes.
Okay, and the people who are invited can attack things that are not guests, yes?
That's correct.
Okay.
I wonder if these zombies are guests.
Oh, God! Oh, no.
That'd be a problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sure would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Oh boy.
I need to add Tia. Oh, and Veritas, go ahead and roll initiative. Because you'll eventually be in this. Things just have to happen first. Unless has Nick. It is possible that Nick has pieced out.
Could be.
Could be. In any case, it'll be a couple of rounds before it would get to him anyway. So, Bosch.
Yeah. Olivia just told us to run, so I'm gonna run, right?
Yeah, you could do that.
She just told us to run.
Seems logical.
I'm gonna say that. I guess we're running. And try to gently go past Tia.
Certainly.
Or also slightly push her through. Like we're going.
Oh, okay, we're coming.
Respectfully push her.
Respectfully push her up the stairs. We'll say you're up the stairs. Because otherwise, you'll just be seeing a black screen for.
Yeah. Once again, there was a door at the top.
That's correct.
There was a door at the top and the bottom, right?
Yes.
Okay. Plan. Instead of just booking it all the way, when I get to the other side of the door at the bottom of the stairs, we'll wait for the others to get through and then try to block it. Before I do that,
I should say
how-
the door is at the top of the stairs. That's my bad.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I was going to do this at the top of the stairs then. But before I commit to that, how protected is Adabra from this zombie? Because we could just be leaving here to be eaten.
She's behind bars. You are unsure of the strength of this zombie. Roll a perception check.
Okay. I know this is a lot.
10.
10.
They're not keeping quiet. You hear that there's more than one.
Oh. Okay. Chelovy told us to run away. Do you think we could get through the door and get her out?
She is behind a locked cell door.
Yeah. Chelovy was in the act of running away, you were saying. Is not standing her ground. Is telling us to go.
That is correct.
Okay. Then yeah, sorry, I'm doing the thing I started with. Gonna get to the top of the stairs, and then when people are past, I'm gonna try to block it up.
Alright. You and Tia head up the stairs. Bloop, bloop, bloop. All of you hear a not-so-great noise. A screech. Very unnatural. Very unsettling. As something barrels past the zombies. Heading straight for all of you. Sweeps into the room and attempts to swipe this pale, bloodied claw down on Celebi. Looks like that. It's great.
Ugh.
That probably hits her. Yeah, that hits her. Swipes down this claw on her. Followed by another claw. Also connecting. And then it attempts to bite her. And unfortunately, because she got hit with both claw attacks, the bite attack is made with advantage. Which is... that's... oh boy. She did say run. Man, this thing be kinda nasty. As it takes this huge bite out of her, you see it kind of draining away this essence. Which makes it Celebi's turn to respond. She will whip out her sword and attempt to make a cut on this creature. Does connect. For the maximum amount of damage that she can do. And then she will be able to move away after making that attack. We need to go. That thing is far more formidable than I suspected. Tia will provide the help action for Bosch. Eve.
What are you even? Can you transform? Let's sword. Let me carry you. And also, incidental knowledge. Would Eve have any concept of, probably not, of if undead are able to be charmed or not?
You can roll Arcana. Since you asked so nicely.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, you would know that most undead are immune to being charmed.
God damn. Okay, well, that throws out my next move. Glad I checked. Okay, no, here's what we're gonna do. How tall is Chelavi?
Chelly is about 5'7", I want to say.
God damn.
Did I write that down? I didn't write that down.
Okay, well, that's okay. Can still make this work. Eve is going to. She asked if Chelavi could transform. She didn't get a response, but she's gonna hold her action to cast Minor Illusion and make an illusion of a stooped over Chelavi, somehow diving through the bars into this cell here. If she transforms.
Minor illusion's pretty limited.
It is.
It is.
Image of an object. Image of an. I can't create images of people, can I?
No, and you can't make it move, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
It is a cantrip.
Fair point. Eve's not gonna do that.
It could do other things, like you could make a box to hide in, or a wall, or a door. They're not real, but you could do that.
Yeah. Eve's gonna bust out her penny whistle from her sleeve. Oh wait, is this a can you see target? That you can see. Nope, never mind. Eve's gonna hold her action to cast Bane on anything that gets within range. And just run. As advised.
Alright. You run and are up the stairs. You see Bosch and Tia, ready to slam the door shut on anything that comes by. So I'm going to say that things happen, since none of you are there to see it.
Okay.
There is a cry of pain that comes from Chelavi, followed by a whooshing noise. A whooshing noise behind you. As Chelavi and Adabra appear in a cloud of purplish smoke.
Okay.
And Bosch, you have a turn.
Okay. If Eve is through the door, I was going to close it and try to barricade. I don't know if are those barrels in this room?
There are barrels and other loose things that you can use to...
So that was my plan. Try to stuff against the door so that it's barricaded shut.
Alright. You do that. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check to see how well you managed to barricade it.
Gladly. Was it 23?
You feel very confident in this barricade.
Okay. Okay, let's go. And I guess I'll try to start running out the front door.
Alright. I'm gonna roll something. Let's do that one. You can have 3 rounds. Because we're kind of at initiative light here, while there is danger, it's not immediate, but it's kind of immediate. And I will say that the group outside is in the foyer.
And just to be clear, Veritas didn't sense anything, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Where'd the butler go? Wasn't he waiting at the top of the stairs or something?
You do not see the butler.
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, we have Adabra now, but still heading out. Right, my speed is bigger now. Amazing. Hey.
As you exit out into the hallway, I need you to hold on. Boop. You bump into
Okay.
the butler, Barnabas, and the woman who was playing at the organ. The woman has a sword drawn.
Hi. So I didn't attack anybody.
Out of my way. And she's going to. Because we're in initiative light. Quite dreadful business, yes. I heard the commotion downstairs and went to go grab Miss Lisa. But please, you are honored guests, all of you. Please follow me.
Okay. Do you know what's going on?
There appears to be an interloper of some kind. So far, it is contained to the lower levels.
Okay.
Alright. And Eve, Tia, and Chelby and all of them are present to hear that as well.
Hmm. So when the butler says all of us, can he see all of us?
He can, yes.
Hmm.
We can discuss anything else later. Right now there is a danger to guests, so I must provide harbor.
Yes, let's go. Chalavi, you okay?
I'll be
Can Eve?
I'll be fine for now. We need to go. You hear banging on the door.
Oh God.
If you would please make way, I will deal with this. And the one known as Lisa is going to enter into that room.
Okay. You can deal with it.
The butler will lead you into that study.
Okay.
Barnabas quickly told me what was going on. It appears that there is an intruder. Kind of looks over at Chelby and Adabra. This isn't your idea of some kind of method of escaping with her, is it?
Eve steps in front of Chelby and says, "No, madam, it is not. My dear friend here was lucky enough to be able to rescue our guest who you assured her safety from almost certain death down there. That is what happened. We had no intention of attempting to leave the building with her, except for the fact that her life was in danger."
But of course we will have to discuss the stowaway issue after.
More important things to worry about right now, I think.
That would be correct. You hear a scrambling noise coming from the other room. As dropping from the ceiling, from the banister above, there's a kind of like this railway that goes around to the dining room area. And dropping down are more creatures. It is at this moment that the rest of the party shows up. Oh man, there's not. It's getting crowded in here. The creatures turn and scream at all of you, and then attempt to swing down at Vespera, who is still sitting at the table. Only to not make it. As they are cut down by a swing from both Kench and Wolfram. The two halves of the creature fall off the table. The zombies start shambling towards you guys. What do you do?
What was that about safety guaranteed?
You are uninjured, and will remain so. If you would, Nistul, and Nistul will cast a spell, and there's like this shimmer in the air, and the zombies hit an invisible wall and cannot proceed any farther. Which actually breaks down combat.
Okay. I mean, it does leave Escol and Vespera in the room with them, but I assume they can take care of that.
You see the zombies turn around to go the other way, and they hit another wall.
Ooh.
You just hear this sound of thumping.
Seeing that, Josh will actually, with curiosity, approach and try to poke at the wall, not knowing exactly where it is.
You tap, and there's this light tunk tunk tunk. As the zombies claw at you, unable to reach you.
Josh is impressed.
That should hold for an hour.
Okay. Is Lisa going to be okay? She was put in there through the kitchen all by herself.
I am fine. You see, as Lisa, the piano player, now covered in gore. I will say this, though. The tall, pale ones appear to be vampiric.
Anyone want to speculate on who would send someone like that?
I don't I don't know any other vampires in the city. Let alone, what, 2 of them? This is a problem. I will send you back to your home with an escort. Lisa, will you take care of that? And where did Chilbu go?
Where did Chilbu go?
Eve glances around in alarm.
Grey Malcolm will speak up. He, unfortunately, pulled the wrong card. But rest assured, he is safe where he is. He is just not here.
There's a look of repressed anger on Eve's face.
Yes, well, if we are quite finished being caught up in some sort of strange infighting here, are we finished? We accept your mission. May we leave?
You may. And as you go to leave, there is a puff of brimstone next to you, Eve. As Chilbu reappears next to you.
By the way, Miss Steve, we have 3 favors.
Yeah.
He didn't leave the plane, but he went really far away.
Oh.
Eve is like about to cry. She's just like hugs Chilbu.
As for where he went, let's cut to the past really quick.
Oh boy.
I do not have a map for that area quite yet. But Chilbu, you pulled the Void card, and an interesting thing happened. The Void card sends your soul to a prison, but in this case, the prison that you were sent to was on the material plane. You appear in a dark space, and it takes a moment for your eyes to adjust. But you look in front of you, and you see, chained to a wall, hung up, battered and bruised, Virgil Wintersbane. Didn't quite catch that, Chilbu.
Oh, didn't say anything. Chilbu probably going to slap himself a couple times, pinch himself, see if he's not dreaming.
Someone there.
Yo, Virgil?
Chilbu?
Yo, my man, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here. What's going on? Why are you here? Get out. Leave. Can I do something to help?
I I don't know what you can do to help.
Does Shilbu still have his stick?
Which stick are you referring to?
The fancy stick.
Your fancy stick? You do absolutely have that. Oh my god, you have thieves' tools in there.
The one where my thieves tools.
Attaboy!
Oh my god!
All right, go for it.
Alright, Jesus. The things I will do for you if you let me have this once. Just the dex plus proficiency?
Dex plus proficiency.
I'll roll my sleight of hand because that has proficiency.
21.
Hey!
You undo the shackles that hang him to the wall. He collapses to the ground. Very nice of you, Chilbu. But unless Bosch is with you, I don't think you're gonna carry me out.
Oh. Shit. Chilbu starts searching his pack. Chilbu doesn't have his fucking pack.
That's right, you left it. Man, if you had the bag of holding.
Chilbu will cast a second level Cure Wounds. He can do that.
Thanks.
It's not as good as I was hoping, but hey. Can you stand?
I think I can walk.
Okay. I'm pretty sure my kind gets killed on sight in this country.
I wouldn't know anything about that, but the way she was talking before, probably.
Where are we right now?
They keep calling it Silver Rock. I think we're in the prison beneath. How'd you get here if you didn't know that?
It's a long story. I had a dinner and now I'm here. Let's worry about that next time. Is there no... Are we in a cell now?
You are in a cell, yes.
Can Shilbu open the cell door?
Sure.
Does Shilbu also have to roll for cell door?
Yes, you do. This will be a disadvantage because you're on the wrong side of the door. And you have small arms.
Well, of course it is. Not bad.
You twist and turn, and you think you've got the lock, but something doesn't feel right. Do you still want to unlock the door? Like there's a pressure on your tools that you're not accustomed to, and it's kind of giving you caution. But you feel like you can unlock the door if you really want to.
Joe, who's Nathaniel?
I don't know. They keep calling me that.
Does any part of you want to be here?
No.
You sure?
Hell no. Fuck these people. They've kind of been torturing me every day since we got here.
Chilbu will try to unlock the door.
Alright, your thieves' tools break, but the door opens.
Damn it, those were expensive.
You are one under. Sorry.
Yeah. Alright. So which way do cards come from?
Guards? They kind of patrol back and forth.
Alright. left it is.
Roll a stealth check. All right.
Yep, sounds like Jilbu.
You and Virgil try your best to stealthily go down the corridor, but as you take a turn, you see a patrol, and the patrol sees you. Hey! You there! Stop! The guards start chasing after you. Presuming you run,
Yes, we run.
you run down some hallways. And Chilu, it's easy to tell. At this rate, your Virgil will not be able to keep up with you.
And it just... I can't get you out of here by myself, but we're coming. Can you hold on?
Oh,
If not, you can take this sword and I'll fight with you to the death.
no,
And he will hand him Fulgor.
no, go. If you can get out of here. They haven't killed me yet. And I'd like to see them try.
And they stay alive. And Chopu will disappear.
Brimstone.